Hey, welcome to another SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Just give me a second, guys. I gotta share my links again. Babe's channel, thanks for coming. I'm going to turn the music off. We'll get right into today's session. Sorry for the delay. Hey, everybody! Hey, how's everybody today? Good to see everybody coming in and saying hi. Hey, Babe's channel, thanks for coming. And thanks for everybody for staying tuned in to the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. And we're kicking things off with a update. Number one thing that we talk about on the channel every single time we come in, and for all those that rewind this and take part in it, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Every time we have a person likes, subscribes, and content, and there's 5 million of us, 5 million SHIB followers, we want 20 to 30 million SHIB followers following this channel so that everybody can have a part of the reduction in SHIB circulating supply. We want to talk about Amazon. We want to talk about Trump. We want to talk about the comedy, the relief, the entertainment part of it, and above all, the astronomical expectations of SHIB and where we go from here and how we're going to make it all fit together as part of the huge personality behind SHIB. So without any further ado, let's build our community together. Let's adopt and grow in wealth and in SHIB family organization. So want to give a big round of applause to everybody and welcome to the channel. Don't forget to go in and check out the SHIB Worldwide SHIB 50/50 raffle.com. Don't forget to check out the channel and check out the links for all the latest up-to-date and the impos that we've had before. So everybody, the ticket sales are, I'm not going to say disappointing because in order to have disappointing numbers, you actually have people buying them. We don't have anyone buying the SHIB 50/50 raffle tickets right now. And that may seem like a bad thing, but it's not. We are seeing an influx of wallet holders into SHIB. That is a very positive and lucrative idea. I'd rather see that than us reducing the SHIB circulating supply, to be honest with you. The more people who buy SHIB, the more value it holds. Does that make sense? So if we had 50 million new wallet holders, we would see an increase in price. Yes, that would be enormous. Then the other influencers that are out there would say that if we got there, we would have a market capitalization of every country currency in the world. I would let them know that majority of the fiat currency that's in the world right now is in debt, more than their GDP. So they have even less value than SHIB. If it's not being reflected in SHIB's price right now, because not everybody understands economics. And trust me, if they did, if they would even look at economics on a light, how are you going to pay off all that debt? Well, it's quite simple. Stop spending money. No. You have to understand something. In order for you to be broke, you have to pay down the deficit at the rate that it's falling beyond your GDP. Do you understand that? So in order to stop that number from escalating, you would have to come up with $100 million a second, or $100 million a day. Sorry, $100 million a day, just to stop the bleeding beyond your GDP. So your gross domestic product is the thing you have to look at when it comes to your debt ratios. So if you're over that, that means that your country is in turmoil, as your country's code of conduct becomes unbecoming, because you can't afford to bail yourself out. So if there's an emergency, there's no funds available. You understand what I'm saying? And if there is funds available, it's only on an emergency basis. Well, the U.S. is beyond an emergency basis. They're 170% over their GDP. So it tells you exactly how much trouble they're in. Canada is 120% over their GDP. They are in extreme need to get that under control. But we have a yo-yo, or we have people in power that just love spending money when they don't even have it to spend it. They're basing it on their future wealth now. Your future's wealth now. Well, you still got to get your spending under control so that it matches your GDP. At least it's got to match the GDP that's being produced to offset what is being spent. There is a way around it, and none of them have caught on to it, because none of them went to Harvard, I don't think. The majority of the ones that went to Harvard are not even looking at it because they're accountants. And accountants will be saying to everybody, it's a hoax. And the reason why they say that is because SHIB is reducing its circulating supply. So they don't believe in it. They see the number, but they don't see the benefits of it, if it makes any sense to anybody. Anyway, didn't want to get talking to you about that. Thank God for Trump. His cabinet, JFK Jr., just got his role in, and see, the Democrat Party is falling apart. They're even going to Trump to try and get jobs. So Trump is giving them jobs as he sees fit, which is awesome, by the way. It's an amazing feat in itself. Want to congratulate Donald J. Trump on a victory for the elections. I see a lot of different people podcasting on YouTube and TikTok, and they're going after the Trump supporters. They're going after MAGA, Make America Great Again, which I have no idea why. But they're like totally trying to stick it to the man, thinking that the election's still on. But I got news for them. Trump won. Get over it. Now it's time to build the country. He's trying to do that. And then you have Democrats in different states that are even considering, they're even considering boycotting ICE from allowing them to do their job, which is deportation of American immigrants, illegal American immigrants. Now, if you're stopping ICE from doing that, what's going to stop them from getting the FBI and parts of other establishments like the DOJ behind them what's going to happen is you guys don't want the U.S. Marshals to hire more U.S. Marshals to take on this extraordinary job of deportation. So I strongly and the government of the U.S. has to start taking this massive responsibilities very, very seriously, because it's getting out of hand, extremely out of hand, and it's not going to help the markets at all. It's going to make it worse, because you think about it, the guy they just threw in jail is in there for life. Why do Americans have to pay for somebody that came into the country illegally for the rest of their life? They came into the country illegally. Why would they have to pay for it for the rest of their life? Exactly. So that's another burden. I know people will sit there and go, well, that's not really part of SHIB. Actually, it is. It's a massive part of SHIB, because what happens is that's going to be even more money that costs to get rid of them. Hey, Jason Cox, thanks for coming. Wena, thank you. Thank you, Babe's channel, for coming. Big shout out to everybody. Woo! Signature was up. Yes, it hit 27,40279, I believe, almost 28. Bitcoin, Jason, Bitcoin hit almost 999, 99,000, almost a million, almost 100,000. So that's amazing in itself. It's bounced from that. It's sitting at that 97, 98, 99 range. So that's, I think we're at 97, 95354. So that tells you how close we are to that 100,000 magic marker, right? For BTC, we'll get right into, just give me a second. We'll get right into it. We'll get right into the marketplace, and we got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana hitting 17.96 in the last week increase. Okay, Bitcoin 97996931, Ethereum 342308, Solana 25755, BNB $661.56, XRP $1.47. Woo! XRP is making a move. Dogecoin 44 cents. It was at 47, I believe, this morning. It's come down a little bit. I think all of them come down a little bit. Okay, Cardano. Anyone watching Cardano? ADA? Cardano has made a move, because it was at 52, 53. Now it's at $1.07. Tron, another big move. Big mover on the market. And that's at 21 cents. 21.45. Anyone watching Tron? Avalanche. AVAX. 42.49. 42.49. Toncoin, $6.49, up 2.61%. And then there's our SHIB, 240265. It was sitting at around 28 this morning, and it was given a massive shot. And Stellar XLM at 50 cents, up 26.97. 24 hour. Woo! Polkadot. Anyone in Polkadot? You're going to love Polkadot. 973. Wow. 973 for Polkadot. That means it's the biggest, one of the big movers of the day. 41.26%. Woo! You know that last week, Polkadot was at like $4.23. So if you're in Polkadot, you made some good money if you bought Polkadot. Chainlink. Anyone in Chainlink? 1824. Woohoo! Bitcoin Cash, 519.06. We'll get to SUI, $3.48. It's just up marginally on the day, and it's down on the week. So Pepe, anyone in Pepe? You want to know about Pepe? 402079 market cap of $8,745,000,000. Why don't we talk about SHIB's market cap? Anyone know why we don't talk about SHIB's market cap? Any reason at all? Why I won't talk about SHIB's market cap? Is there anyone out there that thinks that they know why we don't talk about SHIB's market cap on this channel? Anybody at all? Okay, so SHIB is a depleting the circulating supply. So if it's a depleting the circulating supply, it works in reverse. It works in reverse of other currencies. So all the other fiat currencies out there that are minting more or printing more money, SHIB is reducing its circulating supply. So if it's reducing its circulating supply, and who caught on to today's big burn about 19 hours ago or 20 hours ago? Anybody? 169 million SHIB sent to the reduction wallet. Here, I'll even show you. I'll prove it to you. Okay, hold on to your Bobby socks. I got you. Here we go. Okay, exactly 24 hours ago, we got a wallet. 2267B55347. Woo! Just burned 196,287,21 SHIBs went to the reduction. That's out of circulation forever, guys. That's gonzo. Yesterday we had 4 million that was turfed. We have 169 million that was turfed. 1 million 15 hours ago, 14 hours ago was 2 million. Now, with the raffle, you listening? Everybody, this is why we host a raffle, because every single person on the planet should be paying attention to it. We don't have everybody paying attention to it, but we want everybody paying attention to it because we want to reduce SHIB circulating supply and bring in everybody into the SHIB community. We want to see that influx. We want to see us get massive gains behind SHIB every single day as we reduce it and as we reward it. So every time we do a reward, everybody benefits from it, because right after we give out that reward in SHIB, we burn SHIB. And once it enters that wallet, it's gone forever. So that increases demand, massive. So every time we reduce the supply, increases demand. Every time that we bring in more people, increases demand. Isn't that a win-win situation? Isn't that what we should get hyped, get excited about, be part of something that's bigger than us? Absolutely. We want to see everybody come into SHIB. We don't want to see anyone left behind. We want to grow our community bigger, brighter, stronger than ever before, than any other currency on the marketplace. SHIB right now should be, but it isn't, part of the banking sector. And we don't want it part of the banking sector yet, because if it were, they would take it away from you. Literally, they would take it away from you. So thank God they haven't caught on to it, because what they could be doing is lending you money based in SHIB. So you wouldn't, let's say, okay, I want a mortgage on my house. And right now it's at 4.75% or 6.75%. The bank could come back and say to you, you know what we're going to do? Just for you, like it's up to them anyway. Just for you, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a lend of a federal currency outside your jurisdiction. So we're going to give you that mortgage, and we're going to pay the government based on that mortgage, we're going to give you a 10-year mortgage, and we're only going to charge you 2.5%. Sign me up, right? We're going to fix it, 2.5%, but you have no options. Okay, so that 1% is going toward the reduction of SHIB circulating supply, because they're able to do that backed in SHIB, because SHIB is like gold, better than gold, because it's reducing its circulating supply, increases their wealth in the banking sector. Every loan that comes in that they provide that security is backed by the SHIB currency. So that is what I'm saying. Like, that is the power of SHIB. Because it's reducing its circulating supply, it gives everybody the opportunity to take advantage of it. And because it's reducing its circulating supply, it gives huge amount of discord towards it. It's unbelievable when people start to realize what it can do for people. That's why I love SHIB so much, because you can literally feed off itself while reducing its circulating supply. Now, anyone know about taxes? Anybody at all know about taxes? Okay, when you have, in Canada, where I'm at, the government wants 50% of all your crypto wins. So every time you have a win and you sell it and you turn it into fiat currency, the government wants half of it. Doesn't matter how long you held it. It's not like the States, whereas if you hold it for 6 months, they want 30% of it. If you hold it for a year, they only want 23% of it. I think it used to be 20%. Now I think it's like 23%. If you hold it for more than a year, it's the same. It's 20%. So if you hold it for longer, they want less of it. Make sense? So in Canada, it's 50%. In India, it's 50%. No matter when or how long you held it for, they want 50% of it. So rather than pay the government the 50% of it, think about it before you sell it. What am I going to do with it? Now, there's a couple of options you have to avoid it, but you can't get rid of it. Okay, so let's say I want to defer it. I want to put it into USDC. Oh, no problem. You put in USDC into a stable coin, because it sits there. It doesn't do anything, right? Until the next bull run. Okay, no problem. What do you think is going to happen to you when that bull runs over and you want to take some money out to pay bills, to do stuff with it? You have to calculate how much you're going to want. Now, how much was your principal? Well, I stuck $50 in it, and now it's worth $300,000. So you're basically screwed. You have to pay half of it to the government, $150,000 to your great government that went after your capital gains. Or what you can do to offset it is reduce the circulating supply, keep the wallet address you use to reduce that circulating supply, because once it goes in there, you can't pull it back, right? You have to keep the wallet and the amount that you use to reduce the circulating supply. And then the cost, that cost that you use to reduce the circulating supply. So all that money has to be calculated, and you have to do it right away so that you don't forget. And then log it into your whatever file you want to use. So personally, make up a document that says how much you lost, and then put it on your sheets, your data sheets, so that they know exactly how much you lost once you did the transfer to the dead-end wallet. Now, if every single person on the planet did this, it would massively drive SHIB's price up, because we're reducing the circulating supply. And the government can't come after you. How do you know this? They can't come after you. What did Vladimir Buterin teach us? He didn't even teach himself this, by the way. But we learned from his mistakes. So what he did was, I owe this much money to the government. I'm going to write it off. So that's exactly what he did. 410 trillion SHIB went into the reduction of SHIB circulating supply. And he didn't catch on to it, but we did, right? We took advantage of that. We want to take responsibility for that. We want to make sure that everybody understands that too, right? Because what we do want is to grow our community together. We want to take advantage of this massive influx of information. We want to make sure that this education part of it gets sent out to every single person on the planet. We want every educator to start educating everybody about what SHIB can do for them. So that is one big step to reducing circulating supply. The major part of this reduction in SHIB circulating supply should come from the raffle. Buying a ticket increases what? Value. As soon as you buy a ticket, it increases value. That ticket holds very lucrative aspects for the whole SHIB community. And this gets us there faster. It also means we're going to be reducing SHIB circulating supply on a massive scale, because this is worldwide. When we host raffles in the city of Calgary and Edmonton and Ontario and BC, when we host raffles, we make about $30,000 to $40,000 for each event that we do. That's a minimum, $30,000 to $40,000 per event that we do in the city of Calgary, Edmonton, BC, Ontario. If you look at the Blue Jays, just Google them. Go look up Blue Jays 50-50 raffles. The bare minimum is $50,000 to $60,000 in raffles. Now you think about that. That's only one province, and only about 20,000 to 30,000 eyeballs that watch those that take part in the raffle. A worldwide, guys, worldwide event. 8 billion people on the planet. 8 billion. I'm expected to burn through SHIB's total circulating supply once we start getting everybody on board to reducing SHIB circulating supply in 2 years. Okay, maybe 3. Maybe 3. Now, if everybody started using Amazon and just went with the Amazon buying from the links that is provided on the website. Oh, where are those links? Oh, I'll show you. Right here. Right here. Here's the links. Can you see it? Can you see those links, guys? Those are the Amazon links. One's international, one's for the US. There's one for Brazil, but I'm not sure where that's coming from. So there they are. There's the links. Every single person on the planet uses those links. Did you know that Amazon did $575 billion in profit last year? If they kept their word, and we got 1% back to reduce SHIB circulating supply of $5,750,000,000. How much supply? Hold on. Not done. I'll tell you right now how much that would be. I did the math this morning. Okay. 5.75. Okay, we'll give you the rundown. 5,755,539,522. Okay, at an average price of SHIB at 4019 is 303 trillion 28,395,894,737. Redone. We're done, right? That's massive. That would be bloody insane. The next year, we're talking a price of SHIB at 4035 average, guys. 164 trillion, 501 billion, 129 million, 200,000 gone forever. That leaves SHIB with approximately 121 trillion left in circulating supply. Now, the next year, average price, 40999, not 3, 40999. Okay, we have less than 100. We have 121 trillion, 57 trillion, 366, 300. I can say it again. 57 trillion, 633 billion, 28,248,248 dollars No, SHIB left in circulating supply. We have that's reduced. Then we have 64. So if we were to stay at that 894089 in 4 years on one company, reducing SHIB circulating supply, we have less than 55 billion SHIB left in circulation after 4 years. So on the 5th year, we have 55 billion SHIB left from one company. Now, that's too slow, right? And that's if there's only an average of we're still in the 4.0 range, which we know probably won't happen. But you never know, because if it's just about burns, who cares, right? If it's just about burns, majority of our burns we reduce, people sell off. The reason why they sell off is because they are in la land. They are not, they don't understand. And that's where that education comes from, right? They bring everybody in and educate them, because a lot of people think this is a pump and dump. Like, honestly, that's what they think SHIB is. It's a pump and dump. I'm just going to buy it because everybody else is buying it. They don't care about they don't understand. If they don't understand it, they won't get into it. And then some people think it's just about the ecosystem development team. And like I said before, the ecosystem development team, that's where that education is so important, because it flushes that out. There's no, the ecosystem development team only care about the ecosystem development team. They've built around SHIB. Yes. They've built a website on SHIB. Yes, that's nice. They also burned a massive amount of SHIB over the years. So they have burned 56,633,249 Oh no, 56,633,246,303. Okay. That is what the Shibarium movement has done for SHIB in the last year. Starting in November, and then they did 2 burns, and then they did another burn in December, and then they didn't do another their number of burns because us, the SHIB community, went after them because they're withholding $300,000. Their whole thing was, as soon as it gets to $15,000, anybody can hit the burn button. Anybody can hit the burn button. What happened to the burn button, guys? Anybody? What happened to that burn button from Shibarium? Anybody? Nobody? That button does not exist. Right? You can't hit the button. It doesn't, can't find it. Well, if you can't find it, that means that they hold the cards. 303,000 they were sitting on to reduce SHIB circulating supply. And what they did was they gave out teasers on it. But every time they gave a teaser, it came with a NFT, or it came with Shiba Swap 2.0 coming out. It was always a kick for the next project that they had coming. It wasn't about helping the SHIB community. It wasn't about giving back to the SHIB community. It was a way of baiting the SHIB community into buying their products. So please take that with a grain of salt. That's why we can host a 50-50 raffle worldwide. SHIB is on its own. If it weren't, the ecosystem development team would be looking at shutting me down. It would come out with articles and saying that they want nothing to do with the SHIB worldwide 50-50 raffle. But anybody going against the SHIB 50-50 raffle means that they don't want anything to do with burns. Anything that's, to me, that's a barn burner. When you say, I don't want anything to do with the reducing SHIB circulating supply, you have just turned yourself off every single person that's in SHIB that understands what reducing the circulating supply means to them. It instantly gives them a black eye and something they may not recover from. It's like suicide, right? It's just the way it is. You do not want to be on the other side of this. You want to be in this movement. You want to be in this development stage of SHIB's astronomical valuation as we remove the circulating supply of SHIB. And I want every single person to go out and tell every single person to get in here, to take part in the SHIB raffle 50/50. If you don't take part in buying tickets, at least you're coming on and at least shows an effort to support the SHIB 50/50 raffle. And by subscribing, liking, and taking part in it, you're help reducing the circulating supply as we get monetized, as we take on that extra effort to rebuild what the ecosystem development team have destroyed, which is build our community bigger. So that our founders, the people who invested in us from the beginning, look at us and say, I want to get back in there because I'm going to make a lot of money. I don't care. I'm going to make a lot of money with this because they're going to reduce the circulating supply. Then they're going to bring in people. And if they don't have the ticket sales, they're still going to reduce the circulating supply because they're going to be able to take part in it. And they're going to be able to use the Amazon links and tell all my friends about the Amazon links and take part in the whole community and bring in more people, because more people drives in more demand. More demand means more wealth for every single person that comes into SHIB. And then Pepe, and then the new tokens that come out. Why would you want to take part in something that has governance as opposed to something with zero governance? Why would you want to take part in something that's not reducing the circulating supply every day when there's obviously SHIB, which is reducing its circulating supply every day, especially if that number hits in the hundreds of millions to billions of SHIB, maybe even trillions of SHIB in the short-term run. If we sold 22 billion SHIB tickets, we would be in that running, guys. We would literally put a halt on SHIB immediately. One, because I would have to go and hire a whole bunch of people to handle that many ticket sales, because we would have a massive, like 40,000 winners and no supply. Like literally, because we're giving half of it back to the people, but for 7 days they can't sell it, trade it, or nothing. And then we're reducing the circulating supply all at the same time. So there's no trading whatsoever. The only ones holding SHIB are the ones staking it. And then everybody's after them to go, hey, man, can you pull some out so I can start trading mine? I want to sell it, but no one wants to buy it at the price I want, because the price now is at $4 or $5, and there's just nobody wanting to buy it for that price because there's no supply left. It's like, yeah, right on. I get to set my own standard here. It's like, yes, you do, but literally it can go from $8 all the way back down to three zeros, like popping like Pop-Tarts, right? Because you're if you're like me, you have a set parameter that only allows you to buy at market or sell at market. So it can become very dangerous for you to sell it at that point, because yeah, you could literally sell it for $9, $15 because there's no one selling it except for the yo-yos who know what's going on. Everybody who knows what's going on with the SHIB ecosystem, everyone who knows what's going on with the SHIB raffle would understand that, oh, there's no supply left. I can charge whatever I want for SHIB. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the market opens up and people are able to trade it, because now they're trying to liquidate their assets because they won the raffle. Now they're trying to sell that after 7 days. Now the price goes right back down to 4 zeros, 4, 4 zeros, 5, 4 zeros, 3, might even go all the way down to 17, 18, as depending on who's buying and who's selling and how many people want to come in. But at least then people understand that, wow, this is massive, and people shouldn't be selling at that price, by the way. But it's amazing when people start looking at it and going, I'm worth 1 million pounds, but you're only worth 1 million pounds at that level that you at the time of the raffle. Makes sense? So yes, you are worth that much money if you have that many people trying to buy it at the same time, which I don't think will be a problem. I don't think any of us will have a problem trying to get rid of it. But I'm just letting you know that after everybody gets in, then it halts it. Certain amount we get to it because it's a limited supply. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but when you're only talking 4 zeros, 3 zeros, it's a limited supply of SHIB out there as far as ticket sales. Okay, so the higher we go, the more is available. Make sense? So the higher the price is, the higher the valuation. The higher, not higher the valuation. Well, yes, the higher the valuation, the higher we go. Yes, absolutely. But what I'm trying to say is there becomes more and more tickets available because we're charging less and less as we get closer to that 1 cent to the 50 cents per pound that we're offering, because eventually it gets to 1 to 1, right? You understand? Right now, your guys are taking advantage of the SHIB raffle at being at such a low margin that we can burn a lot of SHIB based on the amount of tickets we can sell. So I want you to keep in mind of that. That's the whole purpose of the educating part of this whole process, is to understand what is going on with SHIB. How come there's less tickets available when it's lower price? Because we're able to reduce more SHIB at a lower price. As it climbs, we don't get that opportunity. But within the framework of 4 zeros to 3 zeros to 2 zeros, there's a lot of maneuverability there. And there's still a massive amount of burning that we can do, reducing the circulating supply. We don't want to just reduce the circulating supply. We want to bring in people. The whole idea is build a community, build us bigger, build us stronger, build us so that the fact is that you can now become a bank on your own by lending out against SHIB, right? We don't want to lend for, we want to lend against. We don't want to use SHIB. You want to use SHIB like gold. Here's my gold brick, okay? But because it's stuck in my currency, I can't do anything other than lend it to other lenders from other countries, and I get nothing for it. Makes sense? So if I lent it to people in my country, I get the maximum amount returned on my investment, because I get a portion of that in fiat currency. That fiat currency is worthless, yes, but it's still based on gold. So you don't spend the gold just sits there. SHIB, on the other hand, I can lend it out to everybody. I don't have a limit anymore. I'm unlimitless, right? Unlimitless. I want everybody to say that. I am unlimitless on who I can lend my SHIB out to as a backing. So it's just like gold. It sits there, but now I can lend it out worldwide. And that's the benefit of cryptocurrency, right, guys? That's the massive adoption that we're looking for, because now banks can lend it out and exchanges can take advantage of it. And the other part that we talked about earlier in my other previous videos was the exchanges, because the exchanges are buying it from us. They're moving currency around, trying to show that they aren't. But if you look deeper, you can see that all they're doing is taking money out, putting money in, taking money out, putting money in. Crypto.com is doing that. They're awesome for that. BlackRock's doing it. They're awesome for it too. Binance is starting to do it. Binance was starting to do this before, because they just did a massive burn over a billion, 1.58 billion SHIB turfed, sent to the dead end wallets, and that was in September. Anyone notice that? What happened to the price once they did that? Anyone? SHIB went down, right? A friend of mine, Prince, my trustee, said that, yeah, how come it went down? And then the next day, someone did, or 2 days or 3 days later, someone did a $16 million burn, and SHIB went through, when SHIB shot up like 14, 16%. I said, no, because the mentality is they don't understand what the reduction means. They think the reduction means reduction in their value, but it's the opposite. Their mindset is in the wrong spot. That's how come I know there's not enough people educated in SHIB. Every time I hear someone talk about the and I hate this word, right? And when I hear everybody talk about market capitalization of SHIB, SHIB is its market capitalization is too high. Every time I hear that, I cringe because you don't understand. Okay, yes, it is high. 589 trillion SHIB to get to 1 cent would have to have a market cap of $5.8 trillion. Oh, well, okay. Well, you understand that concept. Yes, absolutely understand that concept. What you don't understand is you're basing it on the fact that we're not there yet. And we're at the same valuations we were last year. Okay. So we've reduced a crap load of SHIB. We're sitting at the same price we were last year. And no one understands that we've reduced this amount of circulating supply. Well, in the big, no. You said, right? The influencer said that it had to go to this value to get this valuation. And they're trying to tell you that it won't ever get there based on the certain circumstances that it's sitting in right now. But if you reduce the circulating supply, it means nothing to you. But the truth of the matter is, how many of us are sitting on 56 billion SHIB right now? How many of you? I'm not. How many are you sitting on 56 billion SHIB right now? SHIB has been reduced by 56 billion just from the ecosystem development team. Now, Binance reduced 1 billion, 1.5 billion. I don't have 1.5 billion. Do you have 1.5 billion SHIB that you're willing to send to the dead end wallets to benefit everybody in SHIB? No. Why not? Right? Because it would mean nothing. But it does mean something. It means that there's less supply. So if you have less supply, it should drive up demand. We're bringing in more wallet holders. It should drive up demand. It isn't. What's happening? The traders are running the show. That's the bottom line. The traders are running the show. It's not the ecosystem development team. It's not the altcoin repertoires that are running it, that drive up the price and drive down the price. Every time someone says boo, the market reacts in a way it doesn't like. Either it goes up really fast or it goes down really fast because it's cryptocurrency. But the truth of the matter is that's manipulation. Someone spooks the market because realistically, Bitcoin shouldn't move, right? It's got a limited supply for every single person on the planet. It's got a limited supply. So yes, you're able to mine it. And yes, because they're mining it, that's increasing the supply that's being poured in every day. Yes, but at what range of supply is it being added in? That's what you have to understand. And that's what you have to take into consideration. And yes, there's a bit of manipulation going on. But the truth of the matter is it should never decrease because of certain influxes. But if I want to spook the market and I want to scare everybody into selling it, I have to come up with a plan to do that, to do so. And SHIB and the cryptocurrencies, you don't have to spook it very much before you get a lot of people selling off because it gets that fear mongering going on. And as soon as that happens, everybody bails. It's amazing because I was like looking at it going, wow, somebody just said something dumbish and the whole cryptocurrency, everything sells off in a massive way. Bitcoin's down 12, 14%. Everything else, all the altcoins are down 30, 40%. And then what happens in 2 weeks? Everything bounces back. The fear is gone. And it didn't go anywhere. It just that somebody sent the chill down someone's spine and everybody said, no, you got to get out of it now. Well, that's amazing because nothing changed. Not a thing changed. In fact, when Biden was in power, all of the cryptocurrencies should have went through the roof because gold. Anyone watch gold? Anybody watch gold? Okay, gold went from $1,800 an ounce when Biden took office, and now it's at $2,700 an ounce. Hello. I was expecting it to hit 4,000 actually when he was in office because his spending is outrageous. And the economy is sunk like a rocket. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles in our whole debacle, right? And everybody should be taken aware of it, and everybody should take advantage of SHIB. Trying to get in and trying to get everybody educated in it, because if you get educated, you understand it, and therefore you can't get taken. Everybody should be aware of it, because all we should be doing is growing in SHIB. Every single day we should be having more growth at it. Now, it can't always have a green candle going straight up. That wouldn't be realistic. But what we could have is an offset time. So it takes off. It went over. Come back down. Okay, it went over. It come back down. But it should always be on an uptrend. SHIB should never, in theory, SHIB should never sell off. Because selling off means that someone doesn't get it. Someone doesn't understand it. Someone doesn't get the whole educational behind it. When you reduce the circulating supply, when you bring in more holders, you're increasing its value. If you're increasing its value every single day, why would you sell it? Why would anyone sell it? It makes zero sense, right? It's one of those things. It's just like, if you're selling it, it means you need the money. If you need the money, why would you sell SHIB? Why wouldn't you sell a different asset? Because the other ones are governed. They can mint as many coins as they want tomorrow to pay for the CEO, CFO, the board of directors, the people who make all the decisions, the voters, the rights, and the validators. All of those guys got to get paid. SHIB has nobody to pay. Everybody's volunteer here. There's not a single person being paid from SHIB to do anything in SHIB. And that's why when you sit there and see an analyst covering SHIB, you must be sitting back and going, who the hell is going to cover SHIB? They're not going to get paid to cover SHIB. So who's covering SHIB? Come on, guys. You got to be smarter than the whip, right? That's what I'm saying. You got to get educated, because if you don't get educated, you won't understand what's going on. SHIB is zero governance. There's no CEO. There's no CFO. There's no board of directors. There's nobody. It's investors for investors. Investors for investors. Investors for investors. So everybody that's in SHIB is part of the company. No. You're part of the currency, not part of the company. And do you have control of that currency? The currency that you own, you have control of it. You are 1,000% in control of that currency. Every cent that you own in SHIB is like owning a part of the U.S. economy. Okay, so if you owned $100 in U.S. funds, you had 100% or $100 in the U.S. economy. But when you look at the economy, you see it's in debt, $36 trillion, and your GDP is 28, and it's deteriorating, going to 27. You're like, hey, that $100 isn't worth anything. Exactly. It isn't worth anything. That's the one trick pony. And then, does anyone talk about the market capitalization of the US dollar? Anybody talk about the market capitalization of the US dollar? Well, no. How much is out there from the US dollar? Well, they're $56 trillion. There's $36 trillion in debt. $36 trillion in debt. In order for them to break even, to stop the bleeding right now, they would need to come up with 50 million per day just to break even. That isn't to get them ahead. That is just to stop the bleeding from the $36 trillion in debt that they are. Does that make sense to everybody? You understand that the concept that $56 million, it has to be produced to just keep it even. And they're falling behind every single day. In 2 months, they're $1 billion. 2 months, they're $1 billion extra in debt just from interest. Just from the interest. So it tells you right there that they can't stop the bleeding. So even with all the cuts that they're going to try and do in the next little while, it's going to be almost impossible for them to pay that debt down. So what has to happen? There has to be an influx. There has to be a reset button or something. But you got to remember all those countries that hold the U.S. funds and all those bonds at tangible asset against the deficit so that they can get paid back the money that the U.S. owes them could go into default. Now, I want you to think about that. What does that mean? It means that when they got bailed out from China, you remember the big bailout in 2008 from China? Because China was saying they were making 26% more than their GDP, and they bailed out America. And then America, they were afraid that America was going to default under. What started happening? All government-regulated sites were being sold for nothing to China. Thanks, Obama. You're awesome. For nothing. So Obama, it was the reckoning ball for that one. But no one caught on to it because you got to get educated in economics. You have to get educated. And this is why SHIB isn't educated, because people, every time you look at SHIB, it should be going up in value. So everybody needs to get involved. I'm Will, your host. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Just a little brief explanation of this. I hope you had a blast. Woohoo! Thanks, Jason Cox, for the insight. We'll go look at it right now, actually. It's a good job. Good job. 2769. Woo! Like I said, we need everybody to start paying attention to what's going on, because it's everybody needs to get educated. There isn't a soul on the planet that doesn't need to get educated in SHIB. So I'm Will, your host. Thank you for coming. I'm going to call it a night, guys. I'm still kicking this flu, and it seems like it's kicking me now. But yeah, so make sure you check out all the events that we got coming on. Sorry that we couldn't host a raffle. We didn't sell any tickets, so it's the next rollover. So 24 hours, right? So if we go into the website, I'll show you in a second here. Home, please, Jones. Okay, 23 hours and 5 minutes, 57 seconds, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50 seconds, and we are in blast off mode to the next raffle draw. Hopefully we sell some tickets. We have a raffle draw, and we get to see some real nice exclusive burns live from Calgary to your living room, wherever it is, your den, your computer site, your desk, your office, wherever it is that you're hosting, wherever it is that you're coming from. Hopefully we can have some massive burns and then drive that awareness to every single person on the planet. And that is our dream, our goal for the whole SHIB community. Bring everybody together, have everybody grow in wealth. Be very lucrative, have fun, take part, be exciting, be on an escapade. Watch that money come in. Boom, 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 boom. And do we need to pump it up? No, because we're reducing the supply. So as long as we're reducing the supply, there is no such thing as a winner. We're all winners. We're all successful. And that's what I'm trying to do for the whole planet. I'm trying to do that for every single person that comes in. I want to make sure everybody wins and everybody's successful. And thank you, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning into another edition of the 50/50 raffle. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Babe's channel. Big shout out to Weta Purchase. Big shout out to Rowena Purchase. Big shout out to Babe's channel. Big shout out to Jason Cox. Woo! You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.